In today's new VR games video, I wanted to list my most anticipated PSVR2 games still to come in 2025, starting with nDreams Reach. On October 16th, we finally get our hands on it, and this is one of the biggest releases for October, and will be available on all platforms. I recently shared my first impressions on Quest and PCVR, and came away very impressed, and I now have review codes ready for next week. Reach has gorgeous graphics, immersive gameplay, and intense platforming and combat, and it definitely left me wanting to play more. Out of every game that I know about coming in 2025, this is the one that could end up delivering a proper AAA VR gaming experience, or at least I hope so. And if you haven't already seen my first impressions, I'll leave a link to that video at the end of this one. Next up, we have Vertigo Games and Maze Theory's Thief VR. You'll have to stick to the shadows and sneak through alleyways, sewers, pick locks, and slip behind guards in complete silence using light and sound to your advantage. The devs have now confirmed there is multiple mission approaches, so you can try and get through every level without being seen, or you can take everyone down by using your bow, which is equipped with multiple arrow types, or simply knock out the guards with your blackjack. Thief is expected to make use of PSVR2's headset rumble, controller haptics, and adaptive triggers, and if the game delivers like I hope it will, this could end up being one of the most immersive VR stealth games to date. Right now we still have no release date, and again, if you haven't seen my first impressions video, I'll leave a link to that one at the end of this video. After going hands-on with Aces of Thunder in early access, I'm still very excited to check out the full release because it was way more realistic than I expected, but I personally really like the challenge. Aces of Thunder will have a single player campaign and multiplayer which hopefully also has cross-platform support, which will bring more players into the skies and make online battles extremely compelling. Aces of Thunder will launch with 50 maps from 3 key theatres from the Second World War, covering both the Western and Eastern Pacific fronts, and it will feature 20 faithfully recreated aircraft. The more I see of this game, the more fantastic it looks, and I can't wait to play it again, but annoyingly, we still have no confirmed release date, leaving most of us pretty frustrated. Zero Caliber Remaster is finally heading to PSVR2 at the end of October, and everything's being overhauled. We can look forward to improved visuals, better animations, and more responsive gameplay. You'll be taking on military missions solo or in co-op using a massive arsenal of customizable weapons, and the shooting already felt great back on PCVR. The devs have also confirmed now there is advanced haptics, eye tracking in combination with foveated rendering, and of course headset rumble. RoboQuest is a new VR port coming from VR Studios. It's a fast-paced FPS with roguelike mechanics, playable in single-player or 2-player co-op. You'll shoot and run your way through randomly generated environments, picking up upgrades along the way, and then hopefully blast your way through to meet the powerful bosses. You can also upgrade your base camp to unlock permanent perks and customize your playstyle for deeper runs. The cel-shaded art style does look absolutely brilliant in VR, and Impact Reality are currently looking for testers, making me think we are close to a full release. Tetris Effect on PSVR2 is an absolutely top-tier VR experience in my opinion, and I have high expectations for Lumines VR. Lumines is a rhythm puzzle game that I used to love on the PSP, and I've no doubt the visuals that pulse and shift with every combo will be hypnotic, especially knowing what they did with the soundtrack for Tetris Effect, which was absolutely unforgettable. Ghost Town is one of the best games I've played on MetaQuest in 2025. It's a visually stunning, creepy, story-driven psychological adventure, where you embody the shoes of Edith Penrose, who is a witch turned ghost hunter, exorcist, and paranormal investigator. You must use a combination of wits and ancient magic. You'll explore all sorts of cool locations, solve puzzles, and uncover what has happened as supernatural events unfold around you. Ghost Town isn't about jump scares, it's all about atmosphere, great graphics, puzzles, mystery, and tension. There is still no release date yet, but I'm hoping it comes this side of Christmas, and I fully expect PSVR2 owners to be absolutely blown away. Boxing Underdog could end up being PSVR2's best boxing game based on what I've played on the Quest version. You have to fight your way through the ranks in a story-driven career mode. There's also training, which will upgrade your fighter, and you can go online to box or fight bare knuckle, which was really fun in my early build. The damage system is probably what stands out the most because it's pretty brutal. The players' faces swell up, cut, and bleed pretty realistically, especially when you play in the bare knuckle mode. And judging by the devs' Discord, they are still working very hard on updating the game based on user feedback. A release date again is still unknown, but late 2025 is what we can expect. Since 2023, I've been using VR Rock's lens insert for when I use my Quest 3 and PSVR2, mainly to avoid damaging the actual lenses, but they also filter out blue light. VR Rock also make custom prescription lenses, which is exactly what I recommend versus trying to wear glasses in VR. They clip into place and have never fallen out thanks to using a magnetic design, plus they have ultra slim frames so they won't affect your field of view. Basically, I use these every single day, and best of all, I don't notice they're even there. So if you click the link in this video description and use the code GamertagVR, you'll save 10%, get some fantastic lenses, and support the channel. The fantastic Demeo is now being crossed with Dungeons & Dragons to bring us Battlemarked on November the 20th. Battlemarked is a tactical cooperative board game set in the legendary Forgotten Realms. You have to command your heroes, unravel sinister plots, and forge powerful alliances through turn-based combat. You can choose D&D classes like Paladin, Sorcerer, Ranger, and Rogue, each with their own abilities and powers, and then you can play the game solo or team up with up to 4 other players to plan, trap, and strike together, because in Battlemarked, teamwork isn't optional, it's your most powerful weapon. You can explore Netherwinter Wood, Cragmore Castle, and more across multiple replayable campaigns, and apparently there's going to be even more adventures added later down the line. Sweet Surrender is a roguelike shooter set in a dystopian tower packed with robotic enemies, traps, and loot. Everyone is different, and as you climb higher, you'll find new weapons, upgrades, and perks to mix up your playstyle. It's got a beautiful Tron-like look with fast-paced gameplay that feels like Robo Recall meets Dead Cells. I really enjoyed this one back on Quest, especially with hand tracking, and on PSVR2 we can expect adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, and a native 90 FPS. So I'm looking forward to playing this one all over again on October the 30th. Now, Rush VR back in the day was pure adrenaline on PSVR. You get to fly down mountains, soar through canyons and across forests at ridiculous speeds, and the closer you get to the ground, the more speed you build up. It's awesome online too, and the PSVR2 version is said to include improved visuals with new lighting, skies, weather and textures, along with full headset haptics, adaptive triggers, and multiplayer with up to 12 people with proximity chat. We'll also get a native 90Hz on base PS5 and 120Hz on PS5 Pro. Mobile Suit Gundam Silver Phantom has just been announced for PSVR2, and after I reviewed it on the Quest, I think fans of the series will absolutely love this. It's an interactive cinematic VR story that also lets you pilot massive mechs in first person, and you can also battle your way through cinematic missions based on the anime series. There's cockpit interactions, large-scale battles, and detailed Gundam models that look awesome in VR, and this is another one I think PSVR2 owners should seriously be looking forward to. Of Lies and Rain is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious indie VR games heading to PSVR2. It's developed by Castello, the team behind Arcade, and this game mixes solid physics, great gunplay, and a surprisingly deep story set in a world destroyed by a rogue AI. It's heavily inspired by Half-Life Alyx in all the best ways, from the way you reload, the way you grab ammo, to the gravity gloves and the puzzle solving, and the PSVR2 demo looked absolutely fantastic. After completing Of Lies and Rain on Quest and PCVR for my review, I can tell you it's a lengthy adventure with upgrade systems and a digital Tron-like realm packed with intense platforming and some cool surprises. Since my review, the devs have implemented and improved many of my issues, like missing footsteps as an example, so I'm definitely looking forward to revisiting the more complete version of Lies and Rain when it launches on November 4th, priced at $40. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know what games I've missed and what games you're looking forward to most coming in 2025 to PSVR2.